Have you ever been in a situation whereby you had something different to say, different from what every other person in the room was saying? You were correct, but yours was the only one that was at variance to what other people were saying, to the public opinion. If you have been in that kind of situation, guess what? You were the dissenting voice. I know, no matter how correct you were, it can really feel very odd. But should you just let it slide and just move on as if nothing happened? Should you just forget about what you said? Should you just go with the crowd? Well, at the end of this video, you will know definitely what to do. Hi, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Adenike Jimo. If this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. And if you're coming back, you're welcome back. Nice to see you. Today I'm going to be talking about being the dissenting voice. Last time I talked about how to handle dissenting voices. But sometimes you are the dissenting voice. And it can be so, it can really be very frustrating sometimes when you realize that you're the only one that is saying something different from what everybody else is saying. And especially when you know that what you have said is correct. So now, what should you do? If you are someone that has respect and regard for your voice, I'll advise that you shouldn't just let it slide. But you know what? There's a way to handle it. And I'm going to be giving you a few tips on how to handle yourself as the dissenting voice. The first thing that you need to do is to understand your dissension. What exactly are you bringing to the table? You need to understand what it is that you stand for and what it is that you're standing against. And you have to be sure that, okay, what I have said or what I stand for is actually the right thing to do. But before you actually say, oh, I'm the one that is right and other people are wrong, you need to understand something. What they are standing for, is it really going to cause a lot of harm? Or is it just a variant of opinion? If it's just a variation in the way that people see things, or maybe you are seeing from a different angle, then it may just be something that you want to just let it rest. But if it's something that will bring harm either in the present or in the near future, then you may just want to insist or at least make your voice loud enough. The second thing that you need to know as someone who is the one with the dissenting voice is that you need to dissent well. Yes. Don't poke holes. Bring suggestions and solutions instead. You see, if you just sit on a particular matter and you're just poking hole here, bringing out faults here, bringing out the weaknesses here, bringing the limitations here, bringing the challenges, bringing the problems, honestly speaking, people will not want to listen to you. They will not want to accept what you have to say. And honestly, you'll be an annoying dissenting voice. But I'm trying to get you to be a good, pleasant, dissenting voice. It sounds like something that is contrary, but then your dissenting voice can actually be pleasant if instead of poking holes, you actually bring suggestions. All right? Now, another thing that will make it okay to be a dissenting voice is if you consider the person on the receiving end. Now, you need to really be considerate of who is on the receiving end of what it is that you are saying or what your variance is. Because, you see, for that person to receive it can sometimes hurt, or sometimes, it may not be so comfortable. So you have to consider that, okay, this person that is on the receiving end of what I'm saying, who is he or who is she, and what position does the person hold? For instance, if you are at variance at what everybody is saying and the person on the receiving end is the leader of the team or the group lead, you want to be sure that the way you give it out to the team leader is the way that the team leader can actually receive it. Look at it this way. Let's say you have a cup in your hand and you are trying to get the team leader to appreciate the content of the cup. If your cup has spikes on the body, do you think that the team leader will accept the cup willingly from you? Not likely. Because before the person looks at the content, he's already seeing the spikes. And if you want him to hold the cup, now you tell me, how do you expect him to hold a cup with sharp spikes? Not likely, isn't it? So please be considerate of the person on the receiving end. That is not to say that you should not give your opinion, but it's to say that you should give it in the way that you know that it will be best accepted. Let me give you another point. And that is probably the key thing that why I'm doing this video, and that is recognize the power of the dissenting voice. Dissenting voice has power, yes it does, and it really has big power. All right, so this is the power of the dissenting voice. Many studies have even shown that where you have a dissenting voice, it's more likely that people will actually put in their best. People are more likely to actually exercise the best of their abilities, their capability, and put in all the intellectual powers that they need to put into the matter. Because that dissenting voice acts like a motivation, acts like a stimulant to get people to actually think deeper than what they would have actually wanted to think. You can imagine if everybody agreed on a particular matter, there's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to debate. There's nothing to think deep. There's nothing to, just discuss. There's just nothing. But by the time you have one or two variations coming in here and there, then you now see that people start saying, okay, let's consider this matter on this side, from that angle, and all that. And then the chances are like you're bringing out something even better generally just comes up. So you see, that's the power of a dissenting voice. But guess what? Every power must be used well. You see, when power is not well used, it's like fire. It burns the person holding it and burns the people around. And I'm very sure you are not planning to burn everybody in that room. You're not planning to burn up the whole team. I'm sure all you want to do is to be heard. So harness your power very well and maximize it. Let me give you one more point. Dissent early. Yes. If you want to dissent, then dissent early. Don't linger and just wait till the close of the matter before you bring up your opposition. If you do that, the chances are like you will not be heard, or if at all you are given room to speak, then the matter might have just been almost concluded or even concluded. So there will really be no point in what you have said. So if you feel that there's something that you want to say that is different from the general opinion, then do it early. I do really hope that you're a positive dissenting voice. Not all dissenting voices have to be negative, all right? And if you have something different to say from what the general crowd is saying, check what it is that you have said or what it is that you want to say. Check how it will be beneficial to the whole team, to the whole group, all right? And then speak and speak well. Till we see again, please take care of yourself and don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't be a dissenting voice on this matter. All right then, take care of yourself.